I got the moves. I got the moves. Oh, I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
With the playoffs well underway, some news has broken out recently on a number of players complaining about their respective teams. Some of the players you may have never heard of, so that's why I'm making this video. We all know about the rumors for LeBron and Paul George, but there are some smaller ones which are even crazier than the LeBron ones, so I'm going to be looking at those in today's video. If you are new and enjoyed the video, subscribe for more NBA content. But with that being said, let's get right into this top 4. Number 4. Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Recently, Devin Booker has said that he is unhappy with the Suns and the fact that he is done with not making the playoffs. This could mean a couple of things. Either Devin Booker requests a trade in the offseason, or the Suns are going to be out hunting for a lot of stars in free agency and in the trade period. Though I do think the Devin Booker trade is unlikely, let's take a look at some examples of where he could go if he does request a trade from the Suns. The first trade is between the Boston Celtics and Phoenix Suns. Boston are always in trade rumors it seems, so it's only right to see them try and make a move for Booker. If this trade were to go down, the Suns would give up of course Booker and Williams for Jason Tatum and Marcus Morris. We know that Danny Ainge will do anything to upgrade his team and won't care about a player's feelings, so this trade is possible. But according to the ESPN trade machine, neither team would improve or become worse, so I don't see Boston making the move for Booker. The next trade would involve the Milwaukee Bucks. Clearly this season they have underperformed. Giannis has not been enough by himself and the team barely improved from last season. That's where Devin Booker comes in. The Milwaukee Bucks would upgrade their backcourt and D-Book would be a great second option next to Giannis Antetokounmpo. He keeps the team young and according to ESPN Trade Machine would give Milwaukee a couple extra wins to their season resume. But I don't think those two trades will happen for the following reasons. Booker said that he wanted to make the playoffs in Phoenix and that he will use all his negative energy as motivation to get him there. The Suns said they will do anything to help him get there, so here are some offseason moves they could make to keep Devin happy and hopefully get him into the playoffs. The first trade is between the Suns and Miami Heat. The Suns receive Hassan Whiteside, who I'll talk about more later, and the Heat get Tyson Chandler and Jared Dudley. The Suns have been looking for an upgrade over Chandler for a while now, and the circumstances seem great to take a shot at picking up Hassan Whiteside. The Suns improved majorly in this deal, so it seems like a perfect move for them to get in the right direction. I just don't know if Miami will do the deal, that's all. I do think Hassan Whiteside could get shipped to Phoenix, but maybe not in this deal. It's just that in all other deals I attempted, they failed, so this was the best one. That's really the only good trade I can see happening for Phoenix, but let's take a look at the draft. The Suns had a shocking record this season. In fact, they didn't even win a game in March. This means they could have a very high chance at winning the lottery. The Suns are projected to win the lottery, and this means they will have the first pick. With this pick, I think they should take either DeAndre Ayton or Marvin Bagley, but I'm leaning more so to them getting DeAndre Ayton. He just seems like the better player out of the two and would fit the Suns system better, but any one of those two players would do. So overall for the Suns, they aren't trading Booker, but they are going to need to make some crazy moves if they want to make the playoffs. And they're gonna have to, or otherwise, the fate of the so-called next Kobe Bryant may be at their hands. Number 3. Hassan Whiteside. Now I know this is a bit of a stretch, as Hassan Whiteside has said he regrets what he said about Miami and that he would like to remain with the team. But after what I've seen so far in the playoffs, it might be actually best to get rid of Whiteside. In the playoffs, Whiteside got dominated by Joel Embiid and averaged only 5.2 points, 6 rebounds and 1 block a game. Yep, you heard that right. Those numbers are absolutely atrocious for someone of his level. If my apparent star is only putting up those numbers in the playoffs, I'm sorry, but they have to go. That is simply not good enough. But if I was Whiteside, I would be requesting a trade anyway. In the playoffs, Hassan was only playing 15 minutes a game, 10 minutes less than his regular season average. So what does this mean for the Miami Heat? Is it time to let go of Whiteside? Here are some trade ideas for the Heat and Whiteside. The first trade would be for Whiteside to go to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now the Bucks have been desperately searching for a good big man for a while now, and pulling the trigger on Whiteside may be the best option. In this trade, I'd see Milwaukee giving up Tony Snell, John Henson and Thon Maker. If I'm completely honest here, there is a chance this may not go through. If the Bucks still want that young core, they may want to keep onto Thon Maker, and I don't see Miami making the deal otherwise, so it's really going to depend on that. The next trade involves the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. Boston is always in trade rumors, so it makes sense that they've been in some for Hassan Whiteside. If the two teams did make a deal, it would be very likely that Boston would be giving up their two young potential stars, Tatum and Brown, and they already have a pretty good defender in Aaron Baines as a center, so the trade seems unlikely. By Miami though, getting the two young players in Tatum and Brown would be the best thing possible, but I don't think this is a necessary trade for Boston, so it won't go through. And then of course, there is the Phoenix trade, which I went through earlier. But this is going to be a very interesting situation for Miami. Even though there are a ton of reports that neither the team or Whiteside want to let each other go, it might be best for both teams. If I was Whiteside, a player getting normally 25 minutes a game, which drops to 15 in the playoffs, I'd be requesting to get out of there as soon as possible. Number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs have dominated headlines recently, and nearly everyone has talked about what the hell is going on down there, because honestly, no one knows. Reports coming out saying that Kawhi is healthy but refuses to play, he's wanting out of San Antonio, he's still unhealthy, and it's only speculation. It's been a crazy couple of months, and everyone just wants to know 100% sure of what's happening. And of course, with this craziness, there has been even crazier trade rumors, which I'm about to go over. The first one is the one that has been absolutely dominating headlines recently, and that's Kawhi joining the Los Angeles Lakers. This would be absolutely crazy. A core of Kawhi, Lonzo, Ingram, and even LeBron James or Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins maybe too. It's all possible to happen. The Lakers have been secretly plotting a dynasty, and it may be coming into full swing as soon as the offseason hits. Let's take a look at what this trade may look like. The Lakers would have to give up a deal with at least one of their young core, like Kuzma or Ingram, as well as Luol Deng, as they need to get rid of his contract desperately. I've already mentioned what could happen with the Lakers if they get Kawhi. It's even likelier they draw in more star free agents with Kawhi there. The next team that has been in rumors in the Kawhi race is on the other side of LA, the Clippers. A report came out saying that the Clippers would chase Kawhi if he became available. For them, the trade would look like Kawhi to LA for DeAndre Jordan, as both need new situations. DeAndre is about to hit free agency, so this would be a good sign and trade for the Clippers, so they actually get something back for DeAndre Jordan. The next trade that I'm going to talk about is a team I've already talked about heaps, the Boston Celtics. I'm not really going to go into this too much about this rumor, but I will play you a short clip of Stephen A. Smith, as he explains this situation perfectly.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, in my estimation, have the potential to be Kawhi Leonard. For all we know, in a few years, we're talking about them the way we're talking about Kawhi Leonard right now. These are 20 and 21-year-olds. And look at what they're doing. I am not messing with this at all.
I'll repeat it. For all we know, Tatum and Brown in a few years will be the next Kawhi Leonard, or be on his level. So it would be smart for Danny Ainge and the Boston Celtics to give up nothing for Kawhi, because they could just have the next Kawhi in their laps already, and I don't think they should risk that. And the final trade rumor I have to talk about for Kawhi is the Cavs, and I'm sorry, but there is no way this trade is going down. The Cavs simply do not have the pieces to trade for Kawhi. For that matter, even keep him. And what happens if LeBron leaves? You'll be stuck in the exact same situation, trying to keep your star happy while you pointlessly compete for a championship, and when that doomsday free agency looms, you'll regret getting him because he will leave you. It's what just happened, and it could happen again, and I know Cavs fans won't want that situation again. So overall for Kawhi and the Spurs, if it's true that he wants out, those are 4 teams that want him, and there are probably plenty more. But we are going to have to wait and see what happens from here, because after all, they are just rumors. Number 1, the Washington Wizards. The most dysfunctional team in the NBA, the Washington Wizards. In the 2015-16 season, chemistry issues were a major problem with this team, especially with John Wall and Bradley Beal. However, last season, everything seemed resolved and fine, and I had confidence with this team coming into this season. But ever since the John Wall injury, everything went downhill. Whereas its players like Beal, Marcin Gortat, they were all firing shots at John Wall and how they preferred playing without him. Then Wall fired back on Twitter, everything was nuts. It's been crazy for this team. And now, they are the 8th seed and would have to be at least a top 5 disappointment in the NBA this season. And because of this, trade rumors have raised, surrounding the 2 top players, John Wall and Bradley Beal. If I'm completely honest, if the Wizards trade Wall, it'd be kind of dumb. He's their best player, so like the Blazers are probably going to do, trade the worst of the 2 guards. And that other guard is Beal. So let's take a look at some trades surrounding him. In the first deal, the Wizards would trade Beal and Gortat, who by the way was causing some of the drama, to the Clippers for DeAndre Jordan, Patrick Beverley and Boban Marjanovic in a sign and trade. As I have mentioned before, DeAndre Jordan has an expiring contract and I'm sure the Clippers won't want to lose him for nothing, and Beverley is a fantastic defensive guard that can pair alongside a fantastic offensive player in John Wall. The Clippers get Beal, who is another good piece in their long road ahead to try get back to succession, as well as Gortat as a good replacement over DeAndre Jordan. I've searched for some more trades for Beal but couldn't find any more realistic ones. But overall for the Wizards, they either need to sort things out in a team meeting or something, I don't know, but these chemistry issues are costing this team a lot of success. And that will conclude the video. These trades are absolutely crazy and will 100% change the scene of the NBA forever, especially Kawhi Leonard. But what do you guys think of this? Who's going to get traded this offseason? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.
Yeah, I moved from LA to New York. Chop you with the spoon or the fork. Yeah, then I liked your body.